Hi, and welcome to my video review of the J-Bonest M8S Android TV. I've had it about a week now and I've put it through its paces. I like it, although there are a lot of things I didn't initially like about it and a fair bit of customization I've done to it. I like it now, but I wanted to give you a review to let you know first impressions and also what I did to make it to the point where I really do like it. I think it's really worth the $70, but it's going to take a little bit of effort to get it to that point. First of all, when you get it, as you can see, it's about an inch thick, about 5 inches by 5 inches. You get the Android TV, you get this remote, you get an HDMI cable, and you get a power cable to plug into the wall. It's just got a tiny little wall board on it, about like you'd associate with a smartphone or any other small device, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, but that's what you get. Everything else here, I've added. TV, for demo purposes, I put a webcam on it, I've got a Bluetooth keyboard, I've got a wired mouse because that's just what I had available, I've got an SD card to show you movies on later. That's all additional. You get the TV, the Android TV, the HDMI cable, the chance to plug it in, and the remote. Now, once you plug it in and turn it on, let's see what you get. First, it's going to take a few seconds to start up. What it'll tell you, it's got an 8-core GPU, it's got a 4-core CPU. It is a reasonably fast Android TV, but not by any means top of the line. If you want something that's super fast, bar none, get the NVIDIA Shield Android TV. $200 though, it costs 3 times what this does. And for most people, it's not worth it. For most people, cheaper Android TV will give them everything they need. And that's what I'm going to talk about here is a reasonably inexpensive Android TV. Now, when you first start up after you bought it, if you haven't done anything to it, you're not going to see the screen that lets you choose your launcher. I've added some launchers to it. You don't need to worry about that. Initially, it will just come up to this screen, which is the default launcher, which is, in my opinion, maybe not all that pretty. But it does the job. You can use the remote on it, which is essential. You can go to various things in here. You'll see a lot of places where maybe the Chinese to English conversion isn't ideal. My recommend instead of my recommendations, but you know what? It does the trick. It comes with a fair number of default apps. I've added a couple since I got it, but a lot of these are on here. And it does come with the Play Store, so it's very easy to add your own. It also comes with this little bar at the bottom, which you can customize however you want. In fact, this isn't exactly how it came when I got it. I messed with a lot of things. I don't remember what it looked like when I got it, but fundamentally like this. There's a bar where you can go to this plus button, decide what you want on there, and say, oh, I think I also want to be able to see the, I don't know, calculator, say. And then you do it there. You can also uncheck things. So anyway, there's your little bar you can go to, quick bar to get at things. It's useful. I'll go to other launchers in a second, but I wanted to talk about something that comes with this first. I'll use the word interesting. It's called ShowBox. Now, if you know what ShowBox is, then this will not come as any surprise to you, but I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to guess this is of questionable legality. Because what I see here is, I see movies that are still in the theater as of the time of this review. Gods of Egypt, still in the theater. Olympus Has Fallen, still in the theater. Kung Fu Panda 3, still in the theater. A lot of these things are, I think, still in the theater or just out, certainly not out on Blu-ray or DVD yet. So, the way this app works is you click on a movie, it'll play an ad for you for about, I don't know, 15 seconds. The one I did was Starbucks. And then you'll be able to choose to watch the movie in up to 720p, which is reasonably good for most people, certainly for free, or download it. So you can actually download Kung Fu Panda 3, for example, in 720p, and all I had to do was watch a Starbucks commercial. I didn't download it. In fact, I watched about, I don't know, probably 10 seconds of it, and I thought, this is not a trailer, this is the whole movie, and I freaked me out a bit, so I got out of it. But the site claims it's legal. I don't know. If it were me, I would be a little wary of it, but it comes with that app. I wanted to point it out because you can't get it off the Play Store, not shockingly. But let's look at some of the things you can do to this once you get it. So when you first get it, comes with this launcher, has a fair bit of apps. You can look at your own movies. You can, I'll show that in a second with an SD card. You can watch things like Netflix. You can install stuff at the Play Store. You can basically use it as a decent little Android TV. But I think that doesn't show off all that it can do. So the next thing I did was I added the Google Now launcher, which is basically the standard Android launcher on a lot of devices. Bear in mind, though, this is Android 4.4, which is couple years old. So if you have a newer device, it might look a little archaic to you, but if you have an older device or if you've been on Android for a few years, it's 4.4. You've seen it before. KitKat. And what I've done is I put a couple of widgets on, I put a couple of folders and groups, and I can do sorts of things. If I want to watch my media here, I can. One of the other things you can do is you can add an SD card and watch your own shows, which is nice. And this is one I put together for my kids, so it's got a lot of kids' movies. But, you know, basically this is reading off the SD card. It's nice. And in fact, one of the things I wanted to say about this is, even if this is not the kind of thing you want to put in your living room, maybe you do, maybe you don't, this is fantastic for travel. And part of the reason it's so fantastic for travel is the thing I just showed you. You take this little box, an HDMI cable, tiny little power cable, couple movies and SD cards, bring it with you, plug it into the hotel TV. They all have HDMI in anymore. You watch movies. You don't need Wi-Fi. You need no internet connection. You plug the box in. You put the SD card in. You watch movies. It's absolutely fantastic. So just for that reason alone, I like it. But moving on. So basically, once you've done that, and I've got a launcher here, and if I've got my Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, this is wired, but if I have one of those little $20 Bluetooth keyboard and trackpad combos, I can use this to do anything I want with this kind of launcher. I can say, oh, I think I want to watch Plex. Does Plex work on this? Of course it does. I can go and watch Plex. I can say, oh, I think I'll keep watching Serenity. But I don't have to. But anyway, Plex works. Oh, maybe you don't believe that. Let me actually show Plex for a second. Show it working so you don't think I'm just saying it. Let's go to something else. Galaxy Quest. Also a fine movie. I'll pick up where I was watching it last. And as you can see, in a second, because my Plex server is a little slow in the basement, it works fine. You saw the other movies work fine. Netflix also, as you would expect. Netflix runs on pretty much literally everything, including, I think, watches these days. It comes up just fine, and it works without issue. Let me just pick something. Play home. Why? Because it was right there on the screen. And you can see Netflix works. No problems. So if you are putting this somewhere at home, you get all these devices, you get all these access to all these channels without a problem. If you go to a hotel or something, Wi-Fi might not allow these, even if they're on the TV, Android TV, but put things on an SD card, standard size SD card, and you won't have any problems. The last thing I did, when I really wanted to start using this, I had plugged into my real TV, is I added just a free launcher called Launcher TV. And that's really what's meant for like TVs. You can customize how many rows and columns, but this is a real simple launcher. It's the stuff I'm going to use most of the time. I don't have a Kodi server, but I just put it on there for show. I would put, I don't know, Google Movies or something. But everything you need is right there. So, summing up. TV itself, mid-range Android TV. Mid-range specs, does what you need to do. Supposedly does 4K, I haven't tested that. Supposedly does 3D, I haven't tested that, but does a great job at 1080p, which I have tested extensively. Works with Ethernet, works with Wi-Fi. I tried both without any issues. It comes with fairly bare-bones setup. It should be J bare-bone nest, but it comes with a TV, Android TV, comes with the remote, and the cabling you need. That is enough. I strongly recommend you add some sort of Bluetooth or wireless keypad, touchpad combo so you can actually use Android TV to its fullest extent. I also recommend you add something like, this is a cheap webcam. I mean, I don't know, maybe it was $12. Really inexpensive. If for no other reason, so that you can do Skype calls, which work. They're grainy when it shows on here, but they're not, you can certainly use them. They're usable. It works, and that's with a very cheap webcam. With a better webcam, probably better. You can also do, let's see here, okay Google, what's the weather going to be Monday? You have okay Google integration.
Forecast for Andover is 43 degrees with snow.
Snow. It's been a weird winter. But anyway, the point is, for $70 or less, you get an Android TV box that is more than powerful enough to do all the sorts of things that you'd want to do with a TV. It is inexpensive. It has a nice SD card slot, which takes real full-size SD cards, which, as much as I love micro SD, I love it as much as anybody. The nice thing is, if you're going to bring this while traveling, bigger SD cards are better, harder to lose. It's a perfect travel Android TV. You bring it, very small, let the kids watch the movies they want to in a hotel. It's perfect for secondary TVs. It's perfect for your primary TV if it does everything you need. I mean, it gives you access to what you want. But it is absolutely great at $70 as a secondary television Android TV that gives you that additional functionality pretty much anywhere you want it. For me, I'm going to use it while traveling. Because for me, what I like the most is the fact that without any Wi-Fi connection in whatever hotel, I can let the kids watch movies. And with Wi-Fi connections, I can get on the TV to the web browser. Once I get into Chrome, I can do pretty much anything I want to do. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. Kids need to do homework on vacation, bring this down, open up, go into Google Docs, done. Again, you need this and the little $20 keypad combo. So really, for about $100, once you add the combo and a cheap webcam, I think it's really an unbeatable system, and I really do like it. Out of the box, I was a little unsure, but with a little bit of customization, I'd be happy to help you if you want to leave comments. I think it's actually pretty nice. Thank you.